Hey everyone, welcome to another Simple Emotions podcast. Thank you for all the support on the ones you've showed thus far. I apologize in a little bit of the gap between the last podcast and this one, but I promise you we got a lot lined up for this coming month, and they will be very interesting. And the first one we have here today is Tyler Crawford, who he is a senior in high school, and he will talk about his personal mental health experiences. So thank you, Tyler, for coming on today.
Oh, of course. Anytime, anytime. So I guess like the first major thing that like happened with me was my freshman year. I had a very big knee surgery, pretty much. I had an OCD lesion in my right knee, which was genetic, so I couldn't really control it. And I had to get it operated on, and they had to drill 22 holes through the dead bone into the live bone of my knee. It's pretty much the weight bearing part of my knee was like turning into cartilage, which is not awesome when you're trying to play
No.
sports, I'll tell you. And pretty much I was like out of all sports my entire freshman year. Which was definitely very hard mentally. I found out the news in like February that I'd have to it was too late to like try to not have surgery. It was too far along to where if I didn't get surgery, then it could like jam up my knee and I would need a complete knee replacement. So yeah, pretty much finding out that news in like February was definitely a very hard hit mentally. Like I remember on my way home, I was like freaking out to my mom. Um, I was like crying on the way home because I was pretty much devastated that the my entire like freshman year of baseball and even summer, like I was kind of out for part of summer and playing in a brace for part of summer, as you remember, you're on that
Yeah, that
team.
wasn't good.
No, it was not fun. No, that was definitely a very like hard hit mentally. I was devastated for like a long time. I mean, it even after I got the surgery, like I wasn't over it for a very, very long time. That really definitely heavily hit me. Um, I was just like on my way home, I was like very like distraught, and it took a while, but over time, like I had a lot of support. Like obviously I had friends like you that were always there to support me, even like coaches, like Coach Gendra and not
Our
long
Coach Chendon was awesome.
Coach, I love, oh my God, I love that guy. He came by after the surgery, like check up on me, see how I was doing. Even Coach Sean, one of my other coaches, Coach Bennett, they like all were there to support me. And having that much support definitely helped a lot mentally. It's definitely good to have like a core group around you that you know will have your back.
Yeah.
That was definitely a very, very big part of it. I think without all of the support that I had, I definitely wouldn't have got through it as easily. I definitely think that that was like it was a game changer, was
Yeah.
having that like spine almost when I literally couldn't walk, but they were almost like my legs, they were carrying me through the process. It sounds kind of corny, but
No, it's a perfect analogy.
yeah, that was like that whole major, that was like that took up pretty much. I mean, I still kind of see effects from that today, that whole surgery. Like I still kind of have bad knees today. Um, and it didn't help that like I'd always been kind of a bigger guy. But especially after that freshman year, not being able to walk for like 2 months definitely took a toll. I definitely packed on some pounds. And that was also a major like part of the mentality because like I'd like being active. I'd like doing all these different things, being able to go outside or whatever. And as it became springtime, I think I had the surgery, I want to say it was March 8th. So that was like right as spring was coming around the corner, and not really being able to go outside and enjoy the nice weather. Or you kind of have to, I was literally stuck in this exact position pretty much in my bed. Like I couldn't move. I couldn't walk on my own. I had like crutches, wheelchair, and that was definitely a very like hard hit mentally too, because it's like I was almost like I was trapped in winter. Like I couldn't really enjoy the fresh air, and like seasonal depression is real.
Yeah.
Like I mean, me personally, I definitely get that where it's just like during the winter, I'm just like feel like I'm a different person. Um, but pretty much like I was kind of like trapped in a loop almost. And eventually when I was able to get off the crutches and start going to PT and I was able to start moving a little bit more, I was like trying to move as much as possible. But even still, like it had almost like ruined my mentality for like exercise wise. And it like I still love playing sports. I still love doing all these different things, but I wouldn't say call it like an eating disorder, but like I would like almost eat the pain away. Like I would
Yeah.
eat so much that it was like a coping mechanism, which was definitely not good. And after the knee surgery healed, after I was all healed, I still had to wear a brace for a long time, like wherever I went, pretty much. Which definitely that was also very hard mentally having to walk around with like a hunk of metal around your knee. It's not that fun. You like even like during baseball, the amount of people that would ask questions on the other team because I'd have to like wear it outside my pants, if you
Yeah.
remember that. Like I had so many questions and it's just like constant, it was like a constant reminder of like a massive setback, you know? And no, definitely kind of I guess some like a eating disorder. I wouldn't I don't know, I wouldn't call it that, but I definitely ate a lot. I'll
Yeah.
definitely say that. Cam knows I definitely ate a lot. And it got like so bad. Like I would try to go to the gym on and off. Like I would go here, I would go there. At the like end of my sophomore year, or like winter of my sophomore year before that year of baseball, I was trying to go a bunch because our school had just like opened up their like newly renovated gym. But even there, it like wasn't super serious, I'd say. Like I went majority days after school, but then I'd get home and I'd eat,
Yeah.
keep doing that. I wouldn't really do any cardio. It was me just kind of there lifting some dumbbells and calling it a day. I wasn't really trying, you know. And then even on the weekends, like I couldn't go. So I was like, I don't know. I'd say I just became lazy. I'd say like the mentality itself wasn't there. You know, I mean, a big part of that was from the knee surgery. I just wasn't there mentally.
Yeah.
And you know, it took a while. Like sophomore year passed, I was still like pretty big, but I lost some weight going to the gym over the winter, you know. I lost some weight there. Baseball season rolled through. Like I wasn't as big. I was still a big guy, but I wasn't as big. I had gained some strength. Uh but then the next summer came and it kind of died down. I like didn't go to the gym at all because I couldn't bring myself there. Like I didn't have my license or anything. And I was like at home and I would always like I remember I would during the summers, like I stay up super late. Like I'll be up till like way past midnight. And I would remember like coming upstairs because my gaming setup's in my basement. I remember coming upstairs and it would be like midnight and I'd be warming up like a pizza or something, like a piece of pizza or having that. And it'd be like every night. And it just kept going, it kept going. That what was it? I think December, I was like supposed to get my license. Yeah, December of junior year, I got my license. And I would like always tell myself, I was like, okay, once I get my license, I'm gonna get a gym membership and I'm gonna drive myself there and go a bunch. And I would always like say that to myself, say that to myself. So it was almost like I had like a date in mind that I would be like, okay, I can do whatever I want up until then. Then when that happens, I have to go to the gym. Then like that time came around, I got my license and I did not go to the gym. I was so far gone that I did not. That was probably by far like my worst winter. I'd eaten so much. I was like working at Wachusett Mountain and I would like get home and I would just be dead. Like I wouldn't want to do anything. I'd just eat and play video games pretty much. And then even like that whole next spring and summer, like I was like the heaviest I had ever been. I was like 280 pounds, which was honestly like I had some self-love, but at the same time I hated myself. Like
Yeah.
I hated the way I looked. I hated how I was. I hated how I looked in pictures. It was just not a fun place to be mentally. But at the end of that summer, so last August, I mean, Sam Ostraker and Bradley Marion, two of my very good friends. We went on a day. We were just going out together. We went to Olive Garden, and I mean, this is like I'll mark this as the day that like changed my life because somehow it just like flipped the switch mentally. We had like a heart to heart conversation about like the potential I could have in baseball and just life if I just started taking like the gym super seriously, started like putting in the work and going, and like having that come to me through two of my very close friends. Like it's one thing if a coach says it, it's one thing if like your parents say it, like you kind of like go,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's what
But
you
then,
have to say.
yeah. But when it's like your very, very close like friends saying that, it like hit home. And I was like, wow, they are right. And again, back to the whole like support I had through the knee surgery. That was like the same support that I saw through this. Like Bradley, who's like lives right next door, is my best friend. He every day would go with me and he would like always be there with me, like hyping me up, get me to go. Like he would all like he regardless, he was just always there for me. And having that like extra support was massive in this because it gave me like the courage to go. It gave me the
Yeah.
courage to better myself. And over the past 6 months or so, I've been able to drop, I think I'm down 83 pounds now,
Wow.
which is it
It's
it it
incredible.
has it is helped me mentally so much. I'd say like I'm so much happier than I was literally 6 months ago. Like you could ask me a question about life 6 months ago and it'd be a completely different answer now. Like having like a massive change that you go through and like a good change, it helps you mentally so much. Like I've found so much more self-love, like which is a very massive thing because if you don't love yourself, then you like can't love anything else really, I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's the first thing you have
And
to love.
exactly. And I think having that self-love is it's huge.
It is.
And being able to go to the gym and all this is like it's helped me so much. It's been like I mean that's like my life now. Is like I love going to the gym. I love self-improvement pretty much. And I feel like throughout that I've been able to improve myself way more. I've been able to get like I've like unlocked a happiness that I've never had in my life. Like I swear, like I'm so much happier of a person. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, that is incredible. And like it's really impressive how you kept on rolling deeper, deeper, deeper. Like you had spurts where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get out of it, and then you don't. And like the date is always it's such a weird thing to do when you're like, okay, I'm gonna fix this bad habit here. That
Yeah.
almost never works.
Yeah,
Like
it really doesn't.
and like you get addicted to stuff, and setting that date, you kind of cave into your addictions until that day because it's an excuse. Like it's a really blunt way to say it, and then you get really disappointed, and it's understandable why when that date comes around that you just can't snap out of it because you can't just flip a switch like that. But
Exactly.
it I find it really impressive too that you were able to understand your support system. Like in the beginning, when you first had your surgery, you had your team, your friends, your family, your coaches. And then even when you like kind of had a revelation with Sammy and Bradley, where you were like, okay, I I have something here. And then flipping that switch is so incredibly difficult. Like it's not always just like, oh, your friends tell you this and then your mindset shifts. Sometimes it's what it takes, but there's always that one thing, and it can be different for everyone, that you have that like a little revelation where you can just your mindset just shifts. And it's weird because it can be something little too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would get into this, but I'm sorry if you were. One of the things that TC did, and this was absolutely incredible, when he said you have so much potential to unlock, once his senior year, he went absolutely nuts in baseball. Like I was hearing things from people like TC did this, TC threw a no hitter. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
he was a good pitcher, but like he's no consistent no hitter good pitcher. No offense, but then you were, and it's incredible how when you put in the work that you know you need to do, but the most important thing is you're happy
Yeah.
because happiness ties into loving yourself. But when you're truly happy, and again, happiness isn't a state of being in the whole day in your whole life. It isn't possible. But when you are truly happy and at that content state, it is incredible the things you can do. Like it is wild. And
Oh, yeah.
that's I feel like that's half of the unlocking your potential too. But like I've been saying this over and over, but I find it really impressive how you were you were so far deep in your mindset of like where things aren't going well, and then you were still able to dig yourself out of it. Like 83 pounds in 6 months is absolutely absurd.
It,
But
it
that
it
is
took
so impressive.
it took a lot of dedication. I'll tell you. I was like, I had hit absolute rock bottom. Like I felt like I couldn't get any worse. And having like that support to help me back up was huge. Even like I became after like a month or so, it became like a routine pretty much. Is
Yeah,
like but it still took that like dedication,
it
that
does. It
drive to want it, you know?
like
It's
you wake up, you don't want to go, you go.
yeah, like yeah, even on the days like
It's
you don't want
hard.
like I would have like a golf match because I play golf in the fall. I would have golf and like the whole team is going out to like get ice cream after a big win or whatever. And I'm like, nope, sorry, I gotta go to the gym. And I'd go and I'd do the Stairmaster for 30, 45 minutes after a golf meet, after like I mean I already
Yeah.
walked like 2 miles or so because we have to walk for the golf. So after playing 9 holes of golf, walking a mile and a half, 2 miles, then going and doing the Stairmaster that same day for 35, 40 minutes. It took a lot of drive and dedication to like really want it. But oh like in the long run, I knew it would pay off. And so far it definitely has.
Yeah. And mind you, for everyone listening, this is a purely healthy 83 pounds in 6 months. And
Yeah.
that is what I think is most important on the way that you were able to achieve that goal. Because it unfortunately many people, as I'm sure you know and everyone else knows, when you have that mindset of you're not comfortable in your body, you know you're like very overweight, you do tend it is easy and do tend to go to like the eating disorders, not eating, um, making yourself throw up, which all of those are very not good and they're considered self-harm. 100% don't recommend.
Absolutely.
Um, but the working out and dedication and eating clean is so impressive because I work out, I gain muscle, I get stronger. I don't eat the cleanest, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like I could be better with my eating, but mind you, we have different goals, and that's what I think is even more impressive because
Yeah.
like I'm a dedicated person at the gym. I kind of watch what I eat, but I have the luxury where it's okay if I don't. And like I try to tell myself, okay, you're gonna get better, but I never do. And it's
Mhm.
not like it's an end all be all for me. And that's why when I listen to like you and what you've achieved, it's super impressive. Um, and I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Um, I've talked about this with one of my friends. I don't think it was on a podcast, but he's a little overweight as well. But how were you able to mentally handle if you did have this jealousy, like when your friends go out to ice cream and you, since you are dedicated and driven, manage to get the healthy balance of treating yourself and not treating yourself, and when it's your time to not treat yourself, how would you handle that mentally without getting like jealous or whatnot?
I mean, the jealousy was definitely like always there a little bit. That was like gonna happen because I mean, obviously, like I love ice cream. Like I'm not gonna deny that. Like I wanted to go out for ice cream, but the question was, what did I want more? Did
Yeah,
I want to have ice cream one day, or did I want to be able to like be happy with myself that I went and had a good workout? Because that
yeah,
feeling after you leave the gym and have a good workout is arguably, in my opinion, better than sitting down and eating a bowl of ice cream. Like feeling that like self happiness after you leave the gym and like knowing that you put in like hard work and knowing that like you like did something a little bit each day to benefit yourself and better yourself, I
Yeah.
feel like that outweighs the like jealousy factor.
Yeah.
And,
That's
I mean, there would be times where like after one of the golf matches this past fall, and a pretty big win, I actually had a hole in one
there
in
we
the
go.
which is that was insane. That was just like the highlight of my fall right there. Um, like after that match, since something so big happened, like I went out and I treated myself and
Yeah, of course. It's
I had
healthy to
like
do that.
I had a small ice cream to celebrate with my friends on the golf team. And even though after I like had that ice cream, I still went to the gym afterwards. Like I didn't use that as an excuse to like not go to the gym.
Yeah.
Um, like it in moderation, things can be good. Like if you treat yourself here, you treat yourself there like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I've come so far, like I've lost the like 83 pounds, but like on Fridays our school has pizza. Sometimes I'll get a slice of
Yeah,
pizza
of
with
course.
lunch. Like being able to treat yourself and like not limit yourself completely is something that is definitely very important. And even
Yeah.
just like mentality wise, like that helps you so much mentally, like knowing that like you're not absolutely limited to having like
Yeah.
chicken and rice or just chicken like every single day.
Yeah. Because it's unhealthy because you'll fall into like a reverse
Yeah,
addiction. You'll get so driven on I have to eat this way every
yeah,
day all the time, which like
exactly.
people do it and it works for them. Like and it's good for them and they do get the results. But mentally, I feel like it's overlooked in like a lot of weight loss books and weight loss courses because it won't set you back that much. If you have a little ice cream and pizza on
Yeah.
Fridays, or you have like a bigger bowl of chips with your friends watching a movie on a Saturday night,
Like
it's not gonna
it's not
kill
gonna
you.
kill you. It's
Like
not gonna kill
like like so strictly, is it the best for you? No. But like that's okay. We're humans. We make mistakes,
you. Yeah,
and eating that is not a mistake. But
exactly.
that
Yeah.
it's okay to not be like you said, chicken and rice every day. Like
Yeah.
you need it, and then foods are also good because if you treat yourself, that inherently will make you feel a little bit better. Like
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
you satisfy that sweeter craving every once in a while, it'll make you, if you like that food, happier because then it gets you a satisfaction. Like you can spin that food that you don't want to have because you're so driven into like a little bit of a reward. Like
Yeah.
you
I
work
think
so
the
hard. Sorry, go. You can go ahead.
I think the biggest fear, because I mean, even like at some points I would have this fear. I think the biggest fear is that like people trying to lose weight and everything, they fear that if they have a slice of pizza, they're gonna reverse everything that they
Yeah,
have.
and that's just not how it works.
It's not how it works, like at all. Like one piece of pizza is not gonna undo like however much, unless you've lost a half a pound, it's not gonna undo everything that you've done.
Yeah, even then,
Like
go in the
it
bathroom afterwards, poop it out. There's that half a
exactly,
pound.
exactly. Like um and honestly, one of the best feelings is just like slowly watching the number on the scale go down. Because
Yeah,
you know that you're like putting in the work, even with like treating yourself here and there. You know that if you're consistently like going to the gym, if you're consistently doing your workouts, like you'll see progress.
yeah,
Like it may not look like it, like you may look in the mirror. Like I even like I've had like points where I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking I'm looking at the same exact person as I was 6 months ago.
yeah,
Then I look at a picture of myself and it is like completely different. It is
yeah.
so, so different. And like the other, or was it last Monday, like a week ago, I walked into like my guidance counseling office that I hadn't been in like forever. And I like the front desk person, Miss Wallace, that's in there, like knows me, she loves me, like loves my mom. They're friends because my mom works in the building. And I walked in because I was supposed to have a meeting with one of the counselors and then like didn't end up needing it. And I walked in and she didn't even recognize me.
That's awesome.
She didn't even realize who I was. And it like took her a minute. And I'm like, that like made me happy because I was like wow, like it really shows that I've been putting in the work and that like it's
Yeah,
paying off, you know?
yeah. Well, unfortunately, we are running out of time on the free version of Zoom. So I apologize for cutting this off a little
Oh, that's all
abruptly,
good.
but I really do appreciate you sharing your story with your journey of your injury,
Of course.
um, and how your mental health took a really big hit during it, and then how you are a great example of to prove that there is a good like there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you, no matter how far down you are in the hole, you will always get out. And it's incredible, like we've been saying, how much progress you've made. And I hope that proves to you all that it is possible for you to achieve the goal that you'd like, whether it's weight loss or anything else. It No matter how far deep you are in your mental health spiral, it is always possible for you to get out of it, and you will 100% get out of it. It just takes time, like everything.
You know, to
So
everybody out there that's like going through something hard, my advice is just keep pushing. Just
yes,
keep chugging because it will get better. It really
it
will.
will. Well, once again, thank you,
Of
TC,
course.
for
Yeah. Thank
being
you for
on
having
here.
me.
Of course. And thank you guys for listening to us as well. And make sure you click the red subscribe button and the post notifications down below. And you guys have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.